What's up, YouTube? I was tagged in I guess, a book tag by, I apologize if I pronounce this incorrectly, Titancia. I'll put up an annotation and all that stuff, and a link to her channel. Anyway, I was tagged to do a book tag, so without further ado, the questions. Favorite book as a child? I'm assuming this is before like kindergarten. My parents bought me this book called Billy Buzzle, and it was about sharing. And whenever he wouldn't share, like at first his name was Billy Buzzle, and he wouldn't share, and so he had like 50 arms because he wouldn't share, and every time he decided not to share, he'd grow a new arm, and then in the end he decides to share, and so he loses his arms and goes back to 2. But personally, I wouldn't share for like 2 weeks. So I'd have like 100 arms, and then I'd box, because I don't think that they have any limitations on people with more than 2 arms. And so I'd have like 100 arms, and I'd just KO the guy, and then I'd start sharing a bunch, and so I'd have 2 arms again, and that's how I train. So I think that'd be pretty sweet. So anyway, Billy Buzzle, my favorite book as a child. Number 2, favorite music genre. That's tough. I listen to a lot of music. Pretty much anything but rap or country. Specifically, I like indie music because the bands aren't very well known at all, and it's kind of a mixed bag. I downloaded this thing called Blaylock's indie rock playlist, and it has 125 songs per month that you just download off the internet. I guess I'll put a link. But it's pretty cool because some of the songs you hate and you think, why would anyone listen to this? Oh right, no one does. And then some of the other songs you just think, oh, this is really good actually. And then a lot of times those bands end up making it big. So, but anyway, it's pretty cool to watch bands, mature. Sort of like MGMT and Passion Pit. Those are 2 of my favorite indie bands, and they're kind of getting popular. So, indie music, it's good. Number 3, music when you read. Do you read music when you read? No. If I'm at my house, no I don't. But I do read a lot at my favorite coffee shop called Buongiorno, and they have music in the background sometimes, and then there's the hustle and bustle of the coffee shop. But it's nothing too loud or anything, so I don't mind that. But generally I don't listen to music when I read. Unless I'm studying. If I'm studying, I'll put on some Mozart sometimes, and that helps me concentrate a little bit. Number 4, favorite vacation spot. Probably Gulf Shores, Alabama. It's really nice, especially it's a good value as well. So the past 2 summers, well, 3 summers ago, and then the summer before this past summer, my family went there. So it was pretty cool. Nice beaches. It's a cool little place. So definitely check out Gulf Shores if you want to go to the beach during the summer. It does have jellyfish though, so that's not good. 5, favorite musical artist, U2. I saw their concert when they came to Dallas. I live in the DFW Metroplex at the new Cowboys Stadium. That was pretty sweet, even though the acoustics in the upper deck sucked. Everything, like, Muse opened for them. They're my 2nd favorite band, and so whenever Matt Bellamy, Muse's lead singer, would just talk, he'd say, "Hey, what's up, Dallas?" or something like that. You couldn't understand it. So my friend and I walked down to the party deck, and we stood there in a crowd of a few thousand people, but we could see pretty well and listen, so it was good. But U2 is awesome. They're basically the best band of all time, besides the Beatles. So 6, most anticipated book of 2010. I'm going to have to say The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. It's a new series, and it's basically the continuation of Percy Jackson, but I'm guessing he's older, and it's going to be about younger heroes. So I really like the Percy Jackson series, so I'm looking forward to this one. For me, it's got a lot of hype. Number 7, favorite book made into a TV series. I've never really read a book, like a chapter book that turned into a TV series, but I do have this. It is the official Pokemon handbook, published in 1999, so I was 6 at the time. My grandmother and I were in a bookstore, and I saw this at the front, and I thought, oh, that thing looks pretty cool. I mean, look at it. It's Pikachu. Who doesn't love Pikachu, right? So I picked it up, And after that, the Game Boy game came out, and then the TV series. So I guess technically this book it wasn't made into a TV series, but it was the precursor to Pokemon in the US, so that's pretty cool. And I still have this book after all these years. I don't even know why, but that's pretty awesome. Favorite book that was made into a movie. It's a tie between Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. I really like Harry Potter. It's probably my favorite book series. But the Lord of the Rings movies are just epic, especially if you get if you watch the special extended edition, because it increases the length of them by like an hour. And some of the scenes where the minor characters, they might be mentioned once or might be in the scene for like 4 seconds. They'll be in the movie for 20 minutes or so. It just adds a lot of depth to everything, and that's pretty cool. So they're both really good. Number 8. Scratch that. Number 9. The book that made me love to read. Probably the best good book I ever read, or really good book I ever read it's the same as, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Titancia, Where the Red Fern Grows. That was a legit book, and I also read it in 3rd grade, which is kind of weird, and it was cool because it was like 300 pages, and at the time that was pretty huge, but it was a really good book. I did not cry at the end. It's weird. I've never cried during a movie or watching a book. I don't know. I have emotions. It's just, I don't know. My mom was like, "Why didn't you cry? You didn't read it." And I was like, "Yes, I did. It's sad, but I'm not going to cry, Mom." Anyway, I digress. Although the book or the series that made me want to read, to spend a substantial amount of my free time reading, was Harry Potter. And my mom bought me the Scholastic paperback version the first year it came out, and I thought, oh my gosh, Mom, it's a book, I don't care, I want to play Nintendo 64, that's what I had at the time. And I didn't pick it up until last year, probably around November, and yeah, I started reading it, and it was super awesome. And so I finished Harry Potter, the whole series, in like a month. And then I started reading after that, and I spent all my Christmas money on books. So, and since then I've been reading pretty constantly, so. And finally, number 10, who got you into reading? I guess that would be my mom. She reads pretty constantly, although she reads romantic novels, and I'm not into that, no. But yeah, she did get me a bunch of books when I was younger, and she encouraged me to read. It's not that my dad doesn't encourage me to read. He's just admitted that, well, he just says that he's read 2 books since he graduated college, and he's 44. So, basically in 20 years, he's read 2 books. So, that definitely goes to my mom by default. Anyway, I'm going to tag a couple people, probably 2 or 3. I don't know who I'm going to tag yet, but I will put it in the description below once I do. Anyway, if I tag you, please respond. If you don't, I will be upset and cry. And you don't want that, because hopefully that'll make you sad, because I'll be sad. So, anyway, I'm just going to end this video because I'm rambling. So, until next time. Oh, real quickly, I'm in the process of reading The Alchemist by Michael Scott. That's going to be the book I review next. It was published in 2007, and I picked it up because it's written by Michael Scott, who's the boss character in The Office, and I love The Office. And it's about Nicholas Flamel, he's the philosopher, the guy who creates the Sorcerer's Stone in Harry Potter. So I thought, The Office, favorite TV show, and Harry Potter, favorite book series, it's got to be awesome. So I picked it up. Anyway, that's my next review. Until next time, adios, YouTube.